There are basketball games, and then there are moments. Moments that transcend the sport, leaving fans and analysts buzzing for days. That's exactly what happened when Dybantsa, the #1 recruit in the class of 2025, went head-to-head with Crowe Jr., the electrifying scorer ranked #5 in the class of 2026. This wasn't just another high school game. This was a clash of titans, a showdown that had the gym packed, fans on their feet, and Paul Pierce in the crowd. Let's start with Dybantsa, a 6'9" phenom out of Brockton, Massachusetts, whose athleticism, size, and skill set have already drawn comparisons to some of the NBA's biggest stars. After transferring to Utah Prep, Dybantsa didn't just settle into a new environment, he dominated. Whether it's dunking with ease, swatting shots into the stands, or threading the needle with his court vision, he's proven why he's been ranked the #1 prospect by every major recruiting outlet. But even the greats have something to prove. For AJ, this matchup against Crowe Jr. in Inglewood was more than just another game. It was a chance to show why he sits atop the rankings. On the other side was Crowe Jr., a guard out of Inglewood High School with a scoring ability that seems almost unfair. At just 6'3", Crowe has the quickness of a sprinter and the shooting touch of a veteran sharpshooter. As a sophomore, he averaged an absurd 37 points per game, lighting up defenses and cementing himself as one of the most promising young players in the country, possibly even the best scorer in the nation. For Crowe, this wasn't just a game. It was an opportunity to take on the best and show that he belongs in the same conversation. From the opening tip, the energy in the gym was electric. Utah Prep, led by Dybantsa, came out firing on all cylinders. AJ wasted no time making his presence felt. Within minutes, he was soaring through the air for a thunderous dunk off a fast break, sending the crowd into a frenzy. And just when you thought he'd slow down, Dybantsa caught an alley-oop from out of bounds, finishing with a gravity-defying slam. But Crowe Jr. was unfazed. With his team down early, he put on a scoring clinic that kept Inglewood in the game. Step-backs, floaters, deep threes, he was hitting everything. Even when Utah Prep threw multiple defenders at him, Crowe showed off his poise, maneuvering through the defense like a seasoned pro. There were several jaw-dropping plays that night. One that stood out was when Dybantsa caught the ball at the elbow, took one power dribble, and exploded over 2 defenders for a slam. It was a reminder of his raw power and athleticism. But Crowe answered back with a smooth step-back 3 over Utah Prep's top perimeter defender. As the game progressed, the two stars continued trading blows. AJ was unstoppable in transition, using his long strides to blow past defenders and finish through contact. Crowe, on the other hand, was orchestrating the offense, dishing out assists, and keeping his team within striking distance. Despite Crowe's incredible effort, it was clear that Utah Prep's depth gave them the edge. With contributions from players like Dybantsa and Anthony Felici, Dybantsa's squad began pulling away late in the second half. Heading into the fourth quarter, the energy in the gym was off the charts. Inglewood was trailing, but Crowe Jr. was not backing down. He scored on back-to-back possessions, a mid-range jumper off the dribble, and a crafty floater over Utah Prep's shot blockers. His ability to get to his spots on the floor was nothing short of elite, and he kept his team within reach with every bucket. But Dybantsa and Utah Prep had their own plans. AJ turned the final stretch of the game into his personal highlight reel. One of the most memorable plays of the night came when he snagged the defensive rebound, went coast to coast in just 4 dribbles, and finished with an explosive 2-handed dunk. The gym erupted, and it became clear that Utah Prep was starting to take control. While Crowe Jr. was carrying the load for Inglewood, Utah Prep's balanced attack began to overwhelm the opposition. Dybantsa, the team's fiery point guard, was relentless on both ends of the floor. He dished out a no-look pass to Anthony Felici for a dunk, then came back on defense to force a turnover. Felici, meanwhile, was everywhere, hitting the glass, running the floor, and making timely plays that seemed to suck the momentum out of Inglewood's run. Dybantsa's dominance in the paint and ability to facilitate when double-teamed made Utah Prep nearly impossible to stop. By the 6-minute mark, they had stretched the lead to double digits. Still, Crowe Jr. wasn't done. He drilled a deep 3 from the top of the key and followed it up with a tough and-one layup, bringing the crowd to its feet. In the closing minutes, Utah Prep's composure shone through. Dybantsa hit a smooth elbow jumper after faking a drive, showcasing the full repertoire of his game. He followed it up by blocking a Crowe Jr. layup attempt, igniting a fast break that ended with another dunk by Felicity. Crowe Jr. put on an absolute masterclass, pouring in 36 points and dishing out 8 assists in a game that felt like watching a young star take center stage in a Hollywood blockbuster. Crowe Jr. was relentless, showing off his smooth handles, crafty finishes, and a deep bag of scoring moves. Every time Inglewood needed a spark, Jason was the guy who stepped up and delivered, leaving fans and scouts buzzing. But as brilliant as Crowe Jr. was, the cracks in Inglewood's roster began to show. They simply didn't have the firepower to match up against a loaded Utah Prep squad led by none other than A.J. Dybantsa. A.J. was nothing short of unstoppable, and Utah Prep's depth and chemistry proved too much for Inglewood to handle. Dybantsa's ability to dominate on both ends of the floor and get his teammates involved was the difference maker as Utah Prep pulled away late to secure a 92-82 victory. This showdown wasn't just a high school game. It felt like a preview of the next generation of basketball stars. Crowe Jr. gave everything he had, and Dybantsa showed why he's one of the most talked about prospects in the country. When the final buzzer sounded, this game wasn't about the score. It was a showcase of two of the best young players in the country going toe-to-toe. Dybantsa finished with 18 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and a highlight reel of thunderous dunks. AJ didn't just show up. He dominated in every facet of the game. His combination of size, athleticism, and basketball IQ was on full display. Whether he was finishing through contact, making the smart pass to an open teammate, or locking down opponents on defense. Most impressively, his leadership stood out. AJ wasn't just a player out there. He was the engine driving Utah Prep to victory, ensuring his team stayed composed and executed when it mattered most. For Crowe Jr., it was a performance that solidified his reputation as one of the best scorers in high school basketball. His 36 points weren't just a testament to his skill, but also to his heart. He went toe-to-toe with a deeper, bigger team and made them work for every inch. This game wasn't just a win for Utah Prep, it was a statement. Dybantsa proved why he's the nation's top recruit, stepping up under pressure and leading his team. Against a relentless Crowe Jr., AJ showed he thrives in the biggest moments. For Crowe Jr., it was a reminder that rankings can't measure heart or pure talent. His dynamic scoring and fearless play lit up the court, making it clear he's one of the game's rising stars. While AJ secured the victory, both players delivered a performance that will be remembered as a clash of future stars. So what do you think? Was this AJ Dybantsa's breakout moment, or did Crowe Jr. prove that he's ready to challenge the best? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more epic basketball breakdowns.